Hi and welcome back to my channel, Becky's Allotment. I'm in the greenhouse today because it's horrible and rainy and cloudy and bleh. So I thought I'd talk to you about my new purchase. So I've bought a peach tree. I know I've got a little one, a patio peach, in the polytunnel. And I keep it in the polytunnel because of peach leaf curl. Now that can affect peaches, obviously, but it also affects almonds, nectarines, and sometimes apricots as well. So something that you have to watch out for with those type of fruits. Now the reason I keep the peach tree, the little one, in the polytunnel is because I don't want it to get peach leaf curl. Now I didn't know about it when I bought the tree. I purchased it just before I took on my first allotment, and that was back in 2016, and didn't have a clue. So I brought over my cherry tree, I was planting that, then I brought over the apple tree, I was planting that, then I brought the peach tree and I was going to plant it outside in the ground. And one of the allotment holders was asking me, so what are you going to do to protect it against peach leaf curl? Are you going to spray it? What are you going to do? And I was like, what? What's peach leaf curl? So after a quick lesson in trying to protect it by wrapping it up or constructing something over the top of it, I was like, I'm just gonna put it in the polytunnel because it's a patio peach, it's gonna be little for years. So I thought it'd be nice and warm in there and go in there. So yeah, peach leaf curl is like blight for peaches. So it's a fungus, it gets on the bark and lives on it like a yeast, and it'll infect the leaves in the spring. Now, like tomato blight, it needs wet weather to multiply, and yeah, I live in the UK, in Wales. It rains a lot. So yeah, you need to cover the tree between November and May to make sure it doesn't get frosted and wet, and I haven't got time for that. You've got to train it up against a wall, cover it with polycarbonate or something over the top, make sure the rain can't get to it, but the pollinating insects can still get in. So it sounds like too much work to me. Then you've got to spray it with copper stuff. Nah. So I keep mine in the polytunnel, and that's worked for me. But it's little and it doesn't produce that many peaches. So when I read about a peach leaf curl resistant, not immune, resistant variety called Avalon Pride, I thought, I have to have it. So I bought myself a lovely, it's quite big, peach tree, and it's a semi-dwarf from Thompson & Morgan. Now I had a look around. It was cheaper in some other places, but I really trust Thompson & Morgan. Plus, when you look at their stone fruit, I think it was, deal, it was 2 trees, so you got a peach tree for almost the same price as it is on its own, but a couple of pounds more, and you got an apricot as well. So yeah, I bought the deal. Now I haven't got enough room for any more trees, no more trees, but I do have enough room for this peach tree. So yeah, that's in the allotment now, but the apricot is going in my garden. But yeah, so I've bought this peach tree. It is peach leaf curl resistant, not immune, it can still get it, but apparently in testing no one's got it, or if they have got it, they've got a few curly leaves, they've taken them off and the peach has been fine, so it doesn't come back. But I'll keep you notified of what's going on, so I'll update you on how the peach tree grows in my allotment. It's right at the front by the flowers. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll show you me planting it, because I actually did this a few days ago and it was sunny. Clever. Not when it's raining. And yeah, I planted it the other day, but I forgot to do an intro, so I thought I'd tell you all about it. If you do want to purchase the tree, I've put a link below to just the tree on Thompson & Morgan, and I also put a link to the deal I had, which was the peach tree and the apricot. So up to you, go and have a look, see if you fancy it. But if you want peaches that you don't have to protect, you don't have to fan train, you don't have to do anything, just chuck it in the ground, which I like, nice and easy, then see the links below, have a look, see if you fancy it. They're not cheap, you get what you pay for sometimes. I've learnt that the hard way. I've bought trees before and I bought them in a deal, and they're tiny little things like that. It can take years to do anything. So I've learnt now, buy a bigger tree, and it should produce something after a couple of years. So hopefully, apparently this peach tree can get quite big, so I'm gonna have to keep it to 6 foot, because I think it grows up to 8 foot tall and 8 foot wide. So it's going to get pretty big. It's only semi-dwarf. So yeah, I'm going to have to keep that trimmed. But it is at the front of the plot, so it shouldn't shade out anything. It shouldn't shade out the neighbours, because it backs onto their shed. So their shed causes shade anyway, so it should be fine. I've thought about everything. I don't want to upset the neighbours and the neighbouring plot, obviously, and I also don't want to shade out my whole plot. That would just be stupid. I've got a plot which is completely full sun all year round, so you want to cause it the least shade. But I have got another plot which has some shade, so I can grow the shady stuff there. Anyway, I'll show you this peach tree, but if you want to take a look, have a look in the link down below and see if you fancy it. They're nice. But there we go. So I've dug a hole for the peach tree, and I'm just going to put some manure and slow release fertiliser in there and a bit of compost, and get it started. So I'll be back in a minute. So we're going to put some of this in there. This is the stuff I had with the starter pack from Thompson & Morgan. And there we have it. Peach tree from Thompson & Morgan. Didn't really get damaged in transit. Did have one or two branches that were a little unhappy. But yeah, I lost one there. But that was nothing. So this is a gorgeous tree and I'm really excited to grow it. This is the Avalon Pride, which is a peach leaf curl resistant variety. So I'll keep you up to date on how this is growing. Don't know if we're going to have any flowers this year or if we'll get any peaches, but hopefully next year, if not this year. Now I'm going to have to water this in really well because it is a very hot day. So I've got my cup of tea now. Thank you for watching my peach tree video. That is the peach tree Avalon Pride, which is peach leaf curl resistant. Resistant, not immune, resistant. So it shouldn't infect the peaches, but I could get up to 150 peaches off that tree when it's fully grown or bigger. I don't know, but keep watching and you'll find out.